later. So our third speaker is Zorica Kuburić, who is joining us online. Professor Dr. Zorica Kuburić holds a PhD from the Faculty of Philosophy from the University of Belgrade in Serbia in 1995 with a thesis that was entitled The Self-Image of Adolescence in a Protestant Family. She's currently a full professor of Sociology of Religion and the Sociology of Education at the University of NOVI SAD in the Faculty of Philosophy, and is also the president of the Center for the Empirical Research of Religion, and is also the founder and chief editor of the journal Religion and Tolerance, as well as being the author of more than 20 books. So we're grateful, Professor Dr. Zorica Kuburić, that you found the time to be with us online as well within this busy schedule, and you'll be presenting to us today a paper entitled The God Worshipper Movement of 1918 to 1941. So thank you very much.
Hello everybody, thank you also. I enjoy these 3 days being with you. It really very interesting papers, and also today these two presentations I listen. Now I need to share my presentation and talk a little about my new interest, because as you see, first I'm dealing with Protestant and compare it with Orthodox, but now I focus on God worshipper movement because I come back in my tradition and my background, because my father gave me the letters and books and everything my grandfather take during this period, and he was a God worshipper, so I try to understand our tradition better, and also today I will compare the God worshipper movement with the Adventist movement in the United States to see how it is similar or different, and to see what is meaning of how we define sects and the church from viewpoint of sociology of religion.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. As you said, I am editor of a journal or magazine, Religion and Tolerance, and it is lasting more than 20 years also, and we have possibility to publish more than only now. And every year we have this magazine twice a year, and also as a Center of Empirical Research of Religion we have one conference 2009, and it was dealing with conversion and context, theoretical, methodological and practical approaches to religious conversion, and there is very interesting papers, because it is from all viewpoint, from religious leader also, and from sociology and philosophy also, so it is open in a website of Center. In that, what I think about conversion, my paper was Conversion to Religion Which Speaks to You, and I had the impression that in conversions all about one religion speaking to the soul of an hurt person or groups who find a safe place in religion. It's like different from this reason we listen in the morning, the practical reason because of marriage and to have some privilege, but I talk more from the psychological point that the speech of religion can come in the context of the need to feel safe or from the loss of security either in a psychological, sociological or philosophical sense. Conversion is an adaptive mechanism that contributes to the stabilization of individual and social crises and also in the process of spiritual maturation. Because of that, I am talking today about conversion from a religion the people belong. It is not conversion in a foreign or another religion, but we find that we need to convert in our religion because this is differences within the church who baptize babies and the differences between Neo-Protestant or the Protestant which baptize just old or after 12 or 14 years of children. The process, what is the conversion for? I think the process of conversion is in the function of forming a personal identity. Religious conversion includes feeling of freedom and personal responsibility to be or not to be a being that exists fully in eternity. Conversion is changes of mind, feeling and life which restore freedom, self-control and spiritual unity with God. And from this point I understand how it is with the God worshippers, because they convert in own religion, and it is inner mission as I understand. And last year I published a book. It is about one eparchy of Kruševac and a parish of Dvorane. It's a village 10 kilometers from Kruševac, and it is also old history from King of Lazar and Kosovo battle and so on. And my father belongs from that part of Serbia. So I write about God worshipper in that village, and this is Church of Saint Elijah in this village I present. There I write an sociology paper and book where I wrote everything about this place and the history, and new document I find from Kruševac and from Dvorane. This is some document from how they organize, how they have slava every year, how go to monastery and so on. This is from God worshippers from Zorica, and just that it is old church in Kruševac, oldest one. And Dvorane is my grandfather have this all intake. He was one of the leader in that God worshippers in that village, and my father take me and give me that, and I used to understand better how they live, what they believe, and who are they, her name and surname also there is. And I understand that was whole families, not just one member who convert in a religion, but as a families they gather together in homes and in the church. And I talk with them, and I remember many of them when I was a child, but I don't know much then who they are or what they believe. I just know them as a person. This is documents also, the letters. In the book I published the original documents, which females belongs to the movement, what they believe, what books they read, also what they preached. Also they are part of conversions with members, conversation with members and memories of those who know them. And most important and for me is inspiring part of my research was reading the books they read in that period, and the most of them it is a journal or magazine, Missioner. They have all of them, they take care about all of them, and they receive it all the month, every month per year. And the books of Bishop Velimirović is very popular also today. As you know, he is popular in more groups, not only Orthodox, but in independent groups of believers who read them and try to restore the memory of that period. And now I am preparing a new book only by God worshippers, and in conversation with the families of God worshippers, I understand there were three strategies what to do with this material they have from past. And some of them take care of all these books and letters. They were afraid to throw that and do not know what to do. It is the second group. I talk about why they are afraid, but they are afraid more in that period of communist, but now they don't want to take care more and give it to me when they understand that I am interesting and want to write the book. And most interesting is those who tell me that when the grandfather died, they send everything with him to the other world, and they sorry now because they have nothing. But I find that those groups all now try to restore memories, and they have the same liturgy life. They go to the church, sing the songs, and also gather, but not at the homes of them, but only in the church and in the monastery. They try to go again and be the God worshipper, new kind of God worshipper. And in this my research, I find some books in the home of daughter of Branko Mihajlović, who was born in village of Jakovo. It is near Belgrade, on March 20, 1913. And he wrote the book, and he published these books of own songs, but it is not have not catalogization in the library, National Library. It's just his private try to save memory. And this letter I have both in the his writing. It is some documents and also the book, and I compare is all songs he published. And he said he was old and a long life, and in the end of life he said in the book that he was a God worshipper and said, I joined to church Crkva Svetog Vaznesenja in the Jakovo at the age of 23 and was immediately appointed to the choir from 1936 to 1996 in the month of June, and at the same time I immediately became a member of the Christian community, which was later called the God worshipper movement, or Bogomoljački, how we said it in Serbian, which I have not renounced to this day. He stayed Bogomoljac all his life. At that time, the leader of the movement was Bishop Nikolai Velimirović. Everything I did with the help of my faithful and good wife. For all of the above, thanks and glory to be to God from now and forever. He wrote that, and it is cover of his book of songs. The name of book, the title was Briga o duši čovekovoj. It's care about the human soul. This is the content of poems, just to see that there is 83 pages. But the next book I find, it is also not in the library, there is not a categorization, it's public in one monastery, it is collection of God worshippers' poem also. It is for singing, and they sing too much, and one monk collect that, and there is 1060 poems, and I just here put one, the last of them, and I understand that it is more devoted to Christ and to love of Christianity. And now I can say that I'm talking about conversion that happened to believers who already belong to the Serbian Orthodox Church, baptized as babies. It is a matter of conversion from traditional belonging to an authentic religious life, which includes knowledge of the level of cognitive understanding of what they believe in, at the level of emotions toward God and people, and practice at the level of moral life. Now I can compare just with Advent movement, because it is it is first happened in the United States. Protestant denominations excluded their members who joined the Advent movement after the great disappointment of 1844, when the expected second coming of Christ did not occur. There were many separate groups after that, and only one group were a girl, Ellen G. White, survived and continued its mission to this day, toward this day, as a Seventh-day Adventist. Ellen G. White was a self-educated woman without formal education. Still, she is still a spiritual leader because of books she write, and there is many research how she influenced and how her influence in a psychological state of believers today. I wrote about that more in books I publish after my PhD dissertation, when I compare also converted from Orthodox to Adventist and other Protestant group. And I find something what is very interesting, how conversion influence in the psychological self-concept of adolescent especially, and the differences between those who born in the Adventist family and those who convert in Adventist church. And it is very, very interesting for me to know, because when I was child, I have some Adventist girls in my school, and my question in that period was, are they happy because they are such different and reject from the other society, and they have problems because of Sabbath, they don't go in the school but in the church, and all the times I'm dealing with that question of happiness of believer. And when I find result, I publish the book and talk about mental health of religions, and not only Protestant but Orthodox also. In all my research I compare Protestant as minority and Orthodox and majority in our context of state. Also I'm dealing little with Bosnia and Herzegovina and how religion influence this conflict and how it can help in the process of reconciliation. What can say about the God worshipper movement and Nikolai Velimirovich? He is really very, very good educated. He was not leader of movement. He was just charged by the church to take care of the movement, and he preferred to be in a mission, especially in a foreign country. He has had a good experience of that, but he was included from the church to take care of God worshipper movement, and he did really a good job, because this 20 years he was good leadership, because they stay in the church. And I just quote some. This is his text.
Zorica,
yes, it's 20 minutes.
I invite you to offer a conclusion.
Okay, thank you. Just you see that he talked about who God worshipper was, and he said, do not throw stones at them because you can easily hit Christ. Don't reject them so they don't reject you. He talked to the church and criticized church, and also have a politician. Maybe in the next your question I can speak about his attitude to politics and the middle way, he not right and not left. So thank you very much for your attention, and sorry for 2 minutes more I take.
Thank you very much, Zorica, for this presentation as well, and for your endurance with us online. So our final presentation on this panel will be from Petar Dragišić, who is a